Berlin Tower, Alaska 4421 is holding short of runway 3 at Echo 6, ready for departure.
Alaska 4421, Portland Tower, runway 3 winds calm, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
Hello friends, followers and channel members, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm taking a look at something which has the potential to be absolutely amazing for, well, just about everybody who enjoys flight simulation. Now, everybody who has ever flown on an online network such as IVAO or the VATSIM network will know that there is nothing quite like that realistic human interactive air traffic control that we can get. This is as close as we'll ever get to real life air traffic control sat at our home desktops flying on flight simulators, be it Microsoft Flight Simulators or X-Plane, P3D. VATSIM brings us as close as possible to the real world. However, it does have one major limitation, and that is, of course, how often have you managed to actually complete a flight from startup to shutdown at your destination, complete with wall-to-wall air traffic control, all frequencies covered right from clearance up to oceanic center control. The chances of that happening, unless it is a pre-planned VATSIM event, is usually pretty rare. And so you could be forgiven to turning to other platforms for your air traffic control, or more virtual air traffic control, things like beyond ATC or even say intentions to get wall-to-wall air traffic control for your entire flight. But it's still not that realistic compared to VATSIM. It is doing a much better job than it ever has done before with the advances in technology and AI. But if you're using either of those platforms, you're still alone in the sky. That is, you may have AI injected aircraft into your sim, but that's not the same as having other humans flying around alongside you. Of course, VATSIM and the other online networks, IVAO, etc., the fun thing about those is it's not just human air traffic controllers you're talking to, but also knowing that every other aircraft you see in your simulator is another pilot sat somewhere in the world flying their aircraft just like you are. And so in today's video, I've been taking a look at a potential solution for that. This is something the Say Intentions team are bringing, and they're also bringing it for free as well. And this is virtual air traffic AI control on a multiplayer network, meaning that all the aircraft in the air are humans, but the air traffic controllers are AI. And that is basically a virtual VATSIM scenario. Now, they are calling this new feature Skynet. Let's try not to think about what happened last time with AI and a Skynet scenario. But this is basically worldwide air traffic control coverage with a multiplayer platform, meaning you can be flying around with other human pilots, all being controlled the world over by virtual AI air traffic control. And it's virtual AI air traffic control that actually does its job incredibly well. And yes, not only can you hear other human pilots flying around you, but of course it also injects the traffic as well. So as long as you've got something like FSLTL models installed, you will be able to see their aircraft with the correct models and liveries, basically like model matching that you get in VATSIM. The difference is with this, you don't have to set anything up. It's basically all automatic as long as you've got FSLTL models installed. Now, for those of you who already use Say Intentions, it's very easy to turn this feature on and use it. Basically, use the settings feature. Once that's open, go to multiplayer, and you should see down here Skynet multiplayer traffic, and then we just obviously want to enable that. This basically means then that Say Intentions is going to inject real live other users of Say Intentions into your simulator, and you will be able to hear them and also see them, as well as the air traffic controllers speaking to them as well if you're on the same frequency. Very important, I find, though, is to make sure you do tick this as well, which is share my audio. That means that other people will be able to hear you interacting with air traffic control as well. If you're not completely comfortable with that, you can obviously turn that off, but then that does kind of defeat the object because other people won't be able to hear you, and of course you probably want to be able to hear other people talking lock into air traffic control as well, so definitely worth leaving that turned on. One of the other cool features of this as well is there is the ability to turn on a group code. So if you and your friends just want to do a flight from point A to point B without any other traffic sort of interrupting you or things like that, you can all fly under the same group code, meaning that the virtual air traffic controllers will control you and your friends, and you won't be interfered with any other traffic. So that's a nice little feature to add in as well. Now, obviously, Say Intentions does host a lot of different setups. So whether you are a Say Intentions premium customer, an Entourage customer, or even if you're in their free Open Sky beta at the moment, you all have access to this feature. They want to get as many people as possible. Obviously, using this, the more people on there, then the more realistic it becomes. At the moment, this only works with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 and 2024, however there are plans in place to support X-Plane 11 and 12 in the future. And so yes, essentially this is an online multiplayer environment with worldwide air traffic control, making it a virtual VATSIM sort of setup. Now don't get me wrong here, there is, in my opinion, nothing that will top VATSIM and that one-to-one human interaction over the comms. That is as close to real life as you can possibly get. However, for areas of the world that don't actually have that much VATSIM coverage, I really think this has potential, and particularly as it is free. And if you're worried about people not behaving on the network, it's got quite an intelligent built-in protection software in this, which basically means that if the system detects pilots doing things that aren't just proper, things like slewing around or doing daft things, which basically just breaks the immersion of the world that we're trying to create, well, then it puts them in a bit of a ban and time out. So an anti-troll system is in place. Now, a moment ago I mentioned that word free, and this is the bit which blows my mind a little bit. So this Skynet is live now for all their current customers, the Say Intentions Premium, Entourage, Open Sky Beta, but what they are looking to do early summer this year is open Skynet up to the entire flight simulator community, basically making a free online network where anyone can join in and experience a populated sky with intelligent air traffic control without the need of a subscription or any special level service tier. How they're going to do this and fund this, I have no idea, but this is absolutely amazing. So I do want to say a big shout out and well done to the team and the work that Brian and everyone else at Say Intentions is doing, the work behind this. Doing this for free, that is, well, pretty incredible. And if you've not yet had a chance to try Say Intentions AI air traffic control, then there is a 24-hour free trial which I urge you to try out, and it is not on rails. That is the biggest thing and the biggest unique selling point. It's not on rails, so you can talk to it just like you're talking to a normal human being, and yes, it will shout at you. Have a listen at this.
Golf Tango Whiskey November, Hotel Runway 4 is not in use. Runway 10 is active. You are number 1 for runway 10.
Negative. Downwind landing runway 14 off Golf Tango Whiskey November Hotel.
Golf Tango Whiskey November Hotel Runway 14 is not available. Runway in use is 10.
So yes, just like VATSIM network, you will have to behave yourself and follow instructions. You are also able to check out the quality of the air traffic control for free by listening in live. If you go to their website, link in the video description below, on the homepage down at the bottom, you can actually look and see who is live on the network, and you can even listen in to the communications between the live human pilots and the virtual AI air traffic control. What is also quite neat is, depending on where you are looking, you can turn on the feature at the top, just to basically only hear aircraft interactions with ATC at the point where you're actually looking on the map. So if you want to listen to ATC in America, for example, then simply just zoom into America, and the same with any other part of the world. So yeah, I think that's also a nice little feature. That leaves me just then to ask you guys, what do you think? This will never replace VATSIM because the human interaction is just far too important, certainly for me. But I know there are plenty of people out there who use other air traffic control programs will think that this is absolutely brilliant, because you are on a live multiplayer network, but the air traffic control is not quite as real as a real person, but it's very, very good. We actually tested this recently live on stream when I was flying the CRJ. I didn't want to fly the CRJ live on VATSIM because I don't know how to fly the aircraft properly, so you never fly on an online network if you don't know how to fly your aircraft correctly. So I used Skynet, and we had fantastic air traffic control. It pulled us off the arrival nice and early, gave us vectors in, we heard other traffic, we saw other traffic as well. Honestly, it was fantastic, and this is a proper virtual VATSIM. I can't think of any other way to describe it to get across just how well this works. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Would you ever use this platform, particularly if you're flying in a part of the world where there's never any VATSIM air traffic control, sadly? This really will change the way you fly, particularly if there are other people flying around you that you know are other human pilots. Would love to hear your thoughts. So do check out Say Intentions with the link in the video description down below. Also, don't forget we have a special EasyJets in Pilot discount code from the Contrail store, saving you 10% on all of your purchases. Again, link in the video description down below. And also don't forget to check out InnoBuilds, our channel partner, where you can get yourself quality airport add-ons and of course some fantastic aircraft, including the brand new Airbus A350. Again, check out that down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you found the video useful. Really interested to hear your comments, so I look forward to reading those on this virtual VATSIM network. If you aren't yet a subscriber, please do hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell as well, so you don't miss any of our future videos, and of course live streams. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again in the next one. Bye bye for now.